Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. If you've recently started playing the game, and perhaps even if you're a long-term player, chances are there may be a few things you've missed in the vast galaxy that Elite has to offer. In this video, we're going to cover a few of those things, starting with the Thargoid Bases, specifically the Thargoid Machines contained therein. The first of these was discovered in the middle of 2017. Now inside the Thargoid base is a very strange looking alien machine. Of course, much like the rest of the Thargoid technology, everything here is very organic looking. Now the Thargoid machine can be activated by putting the Thargoid technology into the bays around the outer edges of the machine itself, at which point it activates, giving an amazing light show. Many people at the time suspected this to be a star map, and it was later confirmed to be exactly that. However, its exact function has never really been determined, aside from the fact that it can imprint the probes or the Thargoid links that are put inside the machine, so more on that in just a moment. Now, if you'd like to experiment a little bit and put Guardian technology inside this machine rather than Thargoid technology, then some very strange things actually happen. If you're to look into the Thargoid lore and the Guardian lore, you'll find that the two races did not get on. In fact, they had a protracted war that lasted for quite a long time. So here, the Thargoid machine gets pretty darn aggressive. In fact, the Sentinels turn aggressive as well, and the machine destroys more or less anything in its circumference or within its field of influence. This then is a dramatically different reaction to the star map that we saw earlier on. Now if you want to see either of these, then head on into the video description. You can find some links there telling you where to find these and how to activate them. Another thing you may have missed then, if you've missed this, would be the Thargoid Links, one of the technology components that you insert into the machine. When you then take it away and fly it up into space and play back a message to it that you actually have received from the Thargoid machine, the link activates up in space, and here you can see that a beacon or a light beam that starts pointing away into the depths of space. Eventually it settles down, pointing towards a specific star system. And if you follow the star to that exact location, what you'll find is indeed another Thargoid base. A homing beacon then, and by no means the only one to be found in Elite. More on that in just a moment. Now, the mysteries of the galaxy are not the only things that are easy to miss. If you spent most of your playtime inside the inhabited area of the galaxy, near stations and everything like that, chances are you may never have seen the spectacular starfield that exists closer to the galactic core. Whilst it's true to say that areas within the inhabited zones all look the same, outside, further into space, that cannot be said, and out here, things look dramatically different depending on your exact location. In fact, many areas look stunningly beautiful. And for many players, it's these sights, these vistas that they seek out when they explore. Credits, riches are really a side effect. There's so many different areas to see within the Elite Dangerous galaxy that if you've never explored outside the bubble, chances are you've missed a great deal indeed. That said, it's also worth pointing out that not everywhere within the galaxy is accessible. Right here is the Cold 70 sector, and you can tell by the date on the footage here that this is quite a few years ago. Back then, this area was entirely accessible. Every star system around Barnard's Loop, you could get into it. Also meant you could get up very, very close to the Horsehead Nebula, which is a stunning area. At some point though, much of this become permit locked, and nearly all the Cold 70 sector systems also become permit locked. It's never been confirmed as to why this is or what actually resides there, but unfortunately we can no longer get there. Now these are not the only permit locked regions in the system or within the galaxy, far from it in fact. Spend any length of time on the galaxy map and you'll soon find that there are other permit locked regions out there. Some of them are much larger than human inhabited space as well. Again, no one really knows why these are permit locked, but it's widely suspected that it's simply reserved for future content. And seeing as there's many thousands of systems that are permit locked, it does imply something about the size of that content. Which brings us right back to inhabited space and the areas that are being attacked by Thargoids. Now there is now a system in place to predict which areas are going to be attacked next, and this system is known as Eagle Eye.
2, 0, 8, 1,
Now, this system was first discovered in 2018. It was known as the Eagle Eye network, and when you approached these installations, a message would broadcast to you. Using a combination of the NATO phonetic alphabet and a keyword cipher, it was possible to decode this message and use it to predict which systems were going to be attacked next by the Thargoids. With the arrival of Beyond Chapter 4, things have changed a bit with the implementation of the new incursion system. However, at the time, the Eagle Eye network was a very nice way to get involved with what was going on with the Thargoids. If, on the other hand, you want to see something a little more special and perhaps one of the most unique things in the Elite Dangerous Galaxy, then you want to head to the planet New Africa and its moon, Mitterrand Hollow. Right here, you can see what's so special about it. It has an extremely rapid orbit, completing an orbit within 1.5 minutes. The footage you see here is not a time-lapse, and in fact the orbit of this moon is so fast that you cannot catch up with it in supercruise. Instead, you have to wait for the moon to approach you. So there we have it then, just a few of the things that you may have missed in Elite Dangerous. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.